This was the scene at the intersection of Harmon Loop Road and Route 16 this morning after an ambulance was hit by a Toyota Camry that witnesses say failed to yield. GPD spokesperson Officer AJ Balahaja.
Well, the ambulance was headed towards the Micronesia Mall on Route 16 on the inner lane, and the white vehicle was coming out of Harmon Loop Road headed into Harmon when the accident took place.
What it's believed is that another driver failed to yield to the ambulance and struck the ambulance, but that's still under investigation by GPD. That's just what we heard from some bystanders.
According to GFD spokesperson Lieutenant Phil Camacho, the ambulance was heading to Public Health in Dededo in response to a report of a sick person who needed to be taken to GMH. Instead, the two firefighters who were inside the ambulance had to be transported to GMH as a result of the crash. One of the firefighters experienced pain in his neck and spine, while the other had cuts on his hands. Meanwhile, the white vehicle had severe damage to the front, while the ambulance right rear tire flew off and the windshield shattered to pieces. Now traffic was closed to one lane in all directions as Guam police and emergency responders were on the scene investigating and clearing the site.
You have Dededo Precinct as well as Tamuning Precinct trying to reroute traffic best they can through the parking lot.
No citations or arrests were made. GPD Highway Patrol officers were also activated to determine what exactly transpired despite witness accounts to media.
They'll look at all of those as factors and determining what actually took place. They'll look to whether or not the ambulance was actually responding to an emergency. It is reported to me that they were responding to a sick person, and they'll determine whether or not the lights were working and what have you, as well as whether or not the other vehicle did yield to the emergency vehicle.
This incident has now left GFD with only 3 available medics for the island. Camacho says the department will determine if the unit involved in the accident is salvageable or if they will use parts to repair others. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Nick Delgado.